Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Jayden. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk about how you can get beautiful women in your life. Not as an idea, but how to actually have beautiful women in your life. Beautiful women that are in love with you, that want to be with you, that you're dating, that you're having fun with. And what sparked this video is every time I go out with my second girlfriend, like we go to I don't know, restaurants, we go to clubs, we go to bars, we go to the beach, we hang out. I can't walk anywhere without all the guys staring at her. I go to a toilet, guys come up to her, they try to talk to her. Hell, guys even try to talk to her when I'm there right in front of me, okay? That's happened multiple times, all right? And so I have had extremely beautiful women in my life, and I also have it right now. And there are a couple of secrets that I know. There's a couple of ways of seeing, meeting women, and spending time with women that I do differently, okay? And I want to share that with you here today on YouTube for free, okay? And so before we even talk about anything, because I got a lot of pages here. I want to talk to you and show you and all that kind of stuff. Before all of that, I want to say that uh, the requirement to even have a chance to meet a beautiful woman is to be able to talk to her and have a conversation. And first and foremost, to approach her and then start a conversation and have a conversation. Okay. And so if you can't approach a woman, start a conversation, and have a conversation, you don't have a chance. Okay. And so the good news is, you can work on it. You can put yourself out there. You can, talk to different women. You can fail, make a lot of mistakes, do a lot of good things, and eventually you're gonna have enough experience to just be comfortable approaching women and talking to women. Okay, and so this video is like, okay, you're approaching women, you're talking to women now, and you're dating women. Maybe you have a one date a week or one date every 2 weeks or whatever. You've hooked up a bit here and there, but now how do you get the most beautiful women? How do you get the hotter women? How do you get women that turn heads, women that you actually like, you feel proud that you have them in your life? And so since beauty is subjective, I want to talk about what classifies a beautiful woman, right? So we have a little bit of like parameters around what we're speaking about, right? So some men may enjoy, and want larger women, okay? BBW and chubby women. For some men, that's like, wow, that's what I like, like some men will feel that, okay? Other men want slimmer women, like skinny or, Victoria's Secret. All right. So here are some couple examples. Okay. So this is a Victoria's Secret model I Googled. So by the way, guys, all these images you're going to see, they're all Googled. Okay. So I Googled Victoria's Secret, and this is one of the girls that I found. Okay. She's slim, she's pretty, and she's a Victoria's Secret model. For some men, this is gonna be like, oh, this is what I want in my life. Okay. I also prefer a slimmer woman. Okay. Other men are going to prefer this type of woman, like curvaceous, like cute face and like curvaceous. Okay. So currently, I'm seeing two women, and the second woman is the one that gets all the attention from other men, and she's very curvy. She's like this but white. Okay, so that's the woman that I talked about earlier. That I can't walk anywhere. And so a lot of men find curvy very attractive. Okay, I do too. All right, but my favorite type, honestly, will be someone that's skinny and that has a very pretty face. Okay, I grew up in Sweden, in Stockholm. Okay, so I can show you women from Sweden. Okay, I can show you images. Beautiful women. Yeah, many of them have pretty faces, and they're skinny. So this is what I'm like really into, because I grew up with a lot of women who are like this. Pretty face, nice bone structure, and skinny, like flat stomach. Maybe a little bit of abs. And so for me, my physical type has always been this because this is how I grew up and I find this very, very attractive. But again, the girl I'm dating is kind of similar to this, and the other one is like also very slim and uh, tiny. Okay, so I also like tiny women. All right, and so you're either gonna find her attractive or her attractive or her attractive, or some men is gonna like BBW hot chicks. I don't even know why men are into that, but some men are gonna be like into like chubby. Yeah, some men are sorry. I clicked the wrong picture. This some men are gonna find this incredibly attractive, and I have slept with women who are like this, but it was never like my first choice. Okay, some men are gonna wow, this girl is crazy, right? So beauty is very, very subjective. Okay, this is the point I'm trying to make. And so since beauty is subjective, what I'm really talking about here is how to get women who are in demand, women who have a lot of men chasing them, the kind of woman that gets approached all the time and men in general find attractive, the kind of woman you can't even leave her alone in a club and because a man will just bam get in there and talk to her immediately, the kind of woman like everywhere she walks she turns head, there's just something about her, she's just very, very physically beautiful. Okay, and I want to say before we go into the secrets and the things that I want to share, I want to say read a disclaimer that it's not the ultimate thing in life. Okay? An obsessive focus on beauty is unhealthy. In the end, there's so much more to spending time with a woman. It's how she makes you feel around her, and how much you enjoy being with her, and how much you both fit with each other. I will always take if there's a choice between a really, really beautiful woman that I kind of get along with, the kind of woman that every man wants, and there's a woman that's less beautiful, like a little bit less beautiful, but we like perfectly get along with each other. I always choose the less beautiful one. Okay, if she's just slightly less beautiful like physically, I'll always choose that because it's chemistry over beauty, as long as both women in this scenario are very attractive. And I think if men are honest with themselves, they'll, agree with me. But why shouldn't you meet a woman that is incredibly beautiful, but at the same time, you have an incredible high chemistry with her, like the kind of unicorn girl, as people call it. You can definitely meet that girl. And here I'm going to teach you how to do that and how the process is going to look and the pitfalls and the things that you have to pay attention to and watch out for, because it's not the same as when you approach just a random cute girl in the bar and you chat her up. It's both are women, but when it comes to the extremely beautiful ones, they function a little bit different. And so if you understand how they function, you can then get them. Okay, so this is how it's going to look, the process. Okay, what you have to understand to be successful with beautiful women, with hot women, is this: it's 100% psychological. They have all sorts of men talking to them: short men, fat men, good looking men, bad looking men, happy men, unhappy men, rude men, bad boys, nice guys. They have everything. Okay, they're getting approached 24/7 all the time. People are in their DMs. Men are not leaving these women alone. And so a lot of men think it's about how good you look and how much muscle you have, and how much status you have and all that kind of stuff. They already have men in their DMs, okay, that are handsome, that have muscles, that have status, that have money, that want to fly them out, that want to take them helicopter rides, whatever. They want to take them to the best restaurants, best bars. They have super rude men. They have assholes. They have everything. They have nice guys. They have, probably model looking guys. So for you to even think about all these things, you're just wasting your time. You cannot compete with them in that kind of way anyway, because there's always somebody more good looking, there's always somebody more with more status, there's always somebody more muscly than you, there's always somebody more taller than you. If you're too tall, there's always somebody shorter than you. So, but you can win psychologically, okay? You can have a psychological advantage with her, uh, you know, uh, instead of winning in another way. Actually, the only way you're gonna win is psychological. Okay, So they have men already, okay? They have men. And so they're not focusing on finding the most handsome man, especially because 9,999 men, handsome men are already talking to them, okay? And I want to give you like the first advantage here, okay, and the first secret, okay? For most women, they just see men as men, okay? What I mean is this, okay? Pay really, really close attention, okay? They have a high influx of men communicating with them. Okay, so the men end up just becoming men. Okay, so this is what I mean. Imagine if you're writing a book. Okay, I'm right here on my computer writing a book. You sit for hours upon hours writing away. Eventually, if you look enough at the letters, okay, you look enough at the letters, you write enough, your brain starts to disconnect a bit, and letters just mix into other letters. Okay, and at that time you probably want to have a break. I wrote a book. This happened to me many times. I just wrote, and eventually just the letters, for me looking at the screen and everything, the letters just started blending into letters. It was a bit hard to make sense of what I was doing, and I'm like, okay, I need a break. It's the same for beautiful women. Since they're in constant contact with men, the men blend into each other. Imagine if you're like driving a car, okay, and you see like cow after cow after cow after cow, okay? Or let's say you're not driving, you're in the passenger seat and you're just looking out. And eventually the cows kind of just blend into each other as you're passing them by, okay? You don't see the cow's individuality. Okay, this one is short, this one is big, this one has that, okay? The cows just become cows because the whole scenery is just cows, okay? In the same way, women stop seeing men's individuality and instead they just group men into, oh, here's another guy. Okay, imagine they're going to approach all the time. Eventually, it's just another guy. They don't even differentiate that much between the men anymore. Okay, the really hot women. This is your number one advantage. Okay, when you're approaching her, okay, you already have the knowledge that she's being talked to all the time. So what you have to do is be different when you talk to her. Okay? Okay, so imagine this. Again, I'll make another scenario. So imagine you're in a passenger seat. Okay, your friend is driving the car. You're in a field. Okay? You're driving past a field. Pay attention. Listen. So you're in the driver's seat. You're looking out through the window. And there's just cow after cow after cow. You're like in the countryside, right? Cow, 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 cow. And then all of a sudden, there's a pink cow. So you're just looking out of the window and it's a cow, 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 and all of a sudden you just jolt awake because you saw something different. You saw a pink cow or a purple cow. Okay, there's even a book called The Purple Cow by Seth Godin. Okay, Purple Cow, Seth Godin. Okay, okay. So look at this, Purple Cow. Okay, it's a book. Read it like 10 years ago. Okay, or 8 years ago. Okay, so you're watching the field, cow, 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 and all of a sudden there's a purple cow. You're like, oh shit, you jolt awake. So, what you have to do as a man is become a purple cow psychologically, okay? So, not in, because here's what all the red pill and everything gets wrong. Oh, be the best version of you. I fucking agree with that. But there's a lot of men walking around already being the best version of themselves, and there's still just another guy talking to this girl. You dig what I'm saying? And so you have to be the purple cow psychologically, okay? You have to be different when you talk to her because talking is psychological, okay? So the good news is that it's very easy to be different, okay? Okay, because most guys just do the same thing, all right? So drinking sparkling water, love it. The good news is that it's very easy, different. What do most guys do? Most guys play it safe. I swear to God. I've gone to clubs for 10 years. I've gone to the beaches, I've been in parks, I've seen a lot of guys approach women. I've overheard conversations from handsome guys, ugly guys, charming guys, not charming guys, and all men have this in common. They played safe, very safe, exploring safe topics like, you know, what's your name, where you from, how are you, blah, 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 like super safe topics, okay? And so what you have to do, be a purple cow, what you have to do, be different. You have to be a gambler. Whenever I'm approaching a woman, a beautiful woman, I gamble. Okay? I roll the dice. Okay? Because before I approach her, I don't have her anyway. Before you approach a beautiful, you don't have her anyway. And so in your conversation, you have to gamble. You have to roll the dice. Okay? By you gambling, by you rolling the dice, okay, you're gonna end up being different from most men. Okay? So you already know you can't get her and win her by just being, because that's the strategy of every man. Every man asks her again how she's doing, what she's up to, what she does for a living, etc., etc. Ah, boring, okay? So what you have to do is be polarizing. Sort of like Donald Trump. I take Donald Trump as an example because he's a very famous person, is famous for being polarizing, okay? Why do we like Donald Trump? Because he talks a lot of shit. He's incredibly polarized, okay? Now, a lot of men, this concept of being polarizing, it goes over a lot of men's head. Okay? Like, how do I be polarizing? Like a lot of men will say, oh, assholes are playful and polarizing. And the best way to think about it is not even to think about being polarizing. It's not even to think about being playful. It's not even to think about being an asshole. Okay? The easiest way to be polarizing is to remove your filters. If you remove all your filters, if you don't give a fuck about what you're saying, if you just say the first thing on that comes out of your no, the first thing that you think of, if you just say it, if it just comes out of your head all the time, you're automatically gonna be polarizing. You're automatically gonna have crazy shit. Like women are automatically gonna have a reaction to what you're saying because you're gonna say crazy shit. You're gonna say like you're just gonna be hot and cold and crazy and upside down. Okay, and we're gonna talk about this a little bit now, okay? So whenever I speak with a beautiful woman, I don't use any filters, okay? I just gamble. I remove all filters and I say, fuck it. She's either gonna like me or she's not gonna like me. I talk about sex. You can too. I talk about life. You can also talk about life. I talk about death. I joke around. I tease. I flirt, okay? And I have very strong opinions. You have to have strong opinions. Not as a technique, but as an individual, you shouldn't have soft opinions, okay? And so as you're joking and flirting and laughing and, talking a lot of shit basically, you should also have strong opinions. I win beautiful women over because, like, primarily because of my strong opinions. Like, okay, and here's a couple of them. So this is what I kind of talk about with women when I approach them, okay? Because guys always ask me, what do you talk about, okay? I joke around, talk a lot of shit, and I express my strong opinions, okay? So here's just a couple of them that off the top of my head that I'm gonna list, okay? Okay, and so you have to come up with your own strong opinions. You can use mine, but if you really get real with yourself, you're gonna have strong opinions, okay? So one thing, this is not all the things that I say. I say all of this and I say much more, but here's a couple of them off the top of my head, okay? I tell all women I'm not interested in a relationship at some point of us talking during the first meeting, okay? What kind of like try to imagine being in a bar in a club and overhearing a conversation between a man and a woman. Do you think do you think that most men would tell women they're not interested in a relationship at some point? I don't start off the conversation like this, but when we're dancing and I'm making moves on her, or we're deeper in the conversation, at some point I tell them I am not interested in a relationship. Do you think a woman will have a reaction to this or not? Okay? Yeah, of course. She's gonna have some kind of a fucking opinion about this. She's either gonna agree with me, say that's cool, or she's gonna ask me why? Why would you not have a relationship? So it's very interesting to say this. Okay? But I don't say this uh, just to say it. I say it because I mean it. I only am interested in having a relationship with a woman if I first tell her that I don't want a relationship and we get to know each other in that way, and then later we can have a relationship, okay? But off the bat, I'm not the kind of guy looking for a relationship. So I tell them I'm not looking for a relationship right off the bat. So women categorize me differently because I said this. This is a strong opinion, okay? Another strong opinion I have. I don't think men and women can be platonic friends. And so that's like one point already. I don't think men can be platonic friends with women and women can be platonic friends with men. I think most men, especially the hot women, most men want to fuck these women. And they're just there under the guise of friendship in order to get somewhere with the women, to like come under the radar. And so, for example, if a woman mentions to me, hey, we should be friends or something like that, I will immediately say, I don't think men and women can be platonic friends. Immediately. So let's say I meet a hot woman and we're talking and I'm flirting with her and she's like, wow, I really want to be your friend. I'm like, I don't think men and women can be platonic friends. And I'm not going to be your friend because that's not why I'm here. But my intention is to not be your friend. But also, above my intention, beyond my intention, I don't even believe it's possible. I think most of these guys are liars and cowards, and this is already a whole conversation. Women are in shock when I say this. And eventually, after talking with them a while about it, they actually come and agree with me, okay? And I also tell them, if this topic is brought up, I tell them, why would I be friends with a woman when I can be like, why would I be a platonic friend for a woman when I can be more of a friend for her if we're intimate? If I'm hooking up with a girl and really involved in her life and she's really involved in my life, I am a very good friend for this woman. But I won't just randomly give out friendship to women, okay? And so that's another strong opinion. Another strong opinion I have is death should be celebrated, not something to cry about. I think in Mexico, they have the Day of Death celebration, okay? They celebrate death. I think people should build a close relationship with the idea of death, okay? And so death should be celebrated. Death should be, you should befriend death. And when I mean celebrated, I have you ever stopped and thought about it? When people die, people cry, they have a funeral, whatever. Why don't we have a party? Why don't we have a party? Why don't we, like, when I die, I want there to be a giant party. Okay? I don't want people to be in a funeral home crying or like gathering together in a group and having some sob stories. Okay? I want people to, meet their love of my life at the party of my death. You know what I mean? At the after party or whatever. I want people to fuck and have fun and do stuff. And so this is a pretty, how do you say? This is a pretty polarizing thing to talk about. Okay? Conversation. Okay? I don't. Here's one that is very, very, very polarizing. Okay, and this will definitely get a reaction out of women. I don't say this to women uh, before we had sex. So I'll say this to women when they're kind of falling in love with me and asking me for a relationship. Okay, men should be able to see multiple women, whereas women should be committed to one man, and that's me. Okay, and so I have the capacity to see multiple women, to take care of them, to have fun with them, to keep them happy, sexually, emotionally, whatever. But I know for a fact, if a woman is in love with you, want to be with you, she doesn't think about other men, okay? Their biology, the way they think, whatever, it's different from us. Women, when it comes to love, emotion, and feelings, they bond to a man. And so if a woman that I'm with is interested in having sex with another man, it means that she's lost interest for me as an individual, okay? And so, but us men, we could be head over heels in love with a woman and still have sex with another woman, okay? Because we function in a different way and we can still go out, hook up with a girl, and come home to our girl and have the same level of feeling for her. In fact, many times you have stronger feeling for her because it's like when you see a girl and you have sex with another girl and you come back, in that moment you realize what your girl means to you. So it can even be a boost for us, okay? And so this is a very, very strong opinion that I have. And I guess some men online share that with me, and you better believe women have something to say about this. They're either in total agreement or they're in total disagreement, or it leaves them confused or whatever, but they're definitely gonna feel something, okay? Here's another one that I have. A woman who flirts with other men is no longer interesting for me, even if it's a casual light flirt. So if I'm out with a woman and she's looking at other guys, flirting with other guys, I will tell her, don't ever do that again. If you do that, I will stop talking to you. I don't like it, and this is a firm boundary that I have, okay? If she does it again, I just leave. I just leave. I just stop. But most women, when I say it like that, okay, not most women, all women respect me. There's only one woman in my life. I went on a date with her, I think, 7 years ago. We sat down, we had a drink somewhere. It was our first date. She started flirting a bit with the bartender. I said, don't do that. But the way I said it, I was weak because it was like 8 years ago. I said, don't do that again, whatever. And then she did that again, and I just paid the bill and I left. And she was even saying, where are you going? I said, I'm not going to be here disrespected. And I just left. Okay? So there's only really been one woman in my life where I told her, okay, because I became stronger in this boundary over the years, that I said, hey, don't do that again. I say that during first dates. I say that already. Like, I try to establish that as quickly as possible. If a girl's looking around flirting with the other guys, whatever, even if I only known her for 20 minutes, I say, don't do that. If you're gonna talk to me, don't do that. I don't like it. I don't find it very respectful. I'm here. You either focus on me or you can go talk to other guys, you know. And a lot of women love that, okay? And so that's another strong opinion that I have. A lot of guys will just let these casual flirts, slide by because they want to remain cool and interesting. I don't want to be cool. I don't want to be interesting. I just don't want to be disrespected. And so I really believe that if a woman disrespects you continuously, it's going to be a culture. She's going to do it all the time, and eventually she's going to run over you. So here's some of the things, and I've been talking a lot. I just explained them to you, right? So I have more strong opinions, but here's some of them, okay? So my question is, do you think a woman will have a reaction to these things, okay, that I think, my opinions, or not? And the answer is hell yes. They're either mad or they agree with me or they're somewhere in between. But I make them feel something, okay? Regardless, I make them feel something. And this is what's going to make you a purple cow, okay? This is what's going to make you different than other men. And so y- you will become different when you have strong opinions, okay? So imagine you have strong opinions about things, but not just one opinion, like many. And if you combine your strong opinions with flirting and joking, etc., if she can get angry at you, okay, if you in conversation she can become angry at you or heated or flustered or disagree with you without you backing down and gently leading her forward in the conversation, this is incredibly intoxicating, okay? And so this is the beginning of how you get a beautiful woman, okay? This is just the beginning. This is not the main recipe. This is like, this is to bake a pie, you have to start heating up the oven, okay? Right? Because you bake the pie inside the oven. And so this is just the first step, okay? If you don't have this, you don't have any beautiful women, okay? You gotta be a bit intoxicating. You gotta have a bit of strong opinions, a bit flirty, a bit joking, a bit, she's gotta. There's gotta be a bit of confrontation. Like she can get angry with you, she can be happy with you, she can get sad with you. Like there's gotta be like a cocktail of emotions, okay? After this, you have to understand the second thing, which will guarantee that you get beautiful women, okay? All right? I can actually guarantee that you will get beautiful women if you understood and executed step one, and then you move on to step two, okay? So all of this that we talked about is just step one. Now we go to the second step, the most important step, okay? All right, so let me drink a bit. I love this kind of seminar style video. It's a bit different than my other videos, all right? Sparkling water. I hope you guys are learning a lot, okay? But here's the second step, the most important step. Here's what a lot of men don't understand. And I'm going to try to be really slow here to really emphasize these points that I'm about to make. Really beautiful women won't be promiscuous unless they're the promiscuous type. The type that has sex on camera, porn stars, they do OnlyFans, they flirt with everyone. You can tell in 1 minute of conversation that she's overly promiscuous with you, even though she doesn't know you. You can feel that she's down to fuck immediately. Okay? I found that the most beautiful women, the most attractive women, they are not like this. Okay? I found that less attractive women, if you just meet a randomly cute girl at the bar when you're out and about, some of these women can be very promiscuous. Very promiscuous. They're down to do stuff with you in the toilet of the bar and all this kind of stuff. I found that the most hottest, the most beautiful women, the women that all the men want, they were not like that. They were the complete opposite, okay? They were careful, shy, introverted, drawn back. They didn't give me the vibe that they were ready to smash the same night or even during the first date. In fact, here's what I discovered, okay, and what I want to share with you, okay, today. They'll turn down your physical advances during the first meeting and even the second meeting, okay? And they'll be they'll talk to you, they'll be nice to you, but they'll like reject your physical advantage. They want their space and so on, okay? And they'll also offer alternatives such as, let's be friends first, or, I'm not really looking for anything right now. They'll say all these kind of stuff, the really beautiful ones that everybody wants, okay? If you are, especially from cold approach, right? If you already know this, you can easily get them because that's the test. When they're not, when they're just talking to you, okay, and you're trying to flirt with them and say you're polarizing, you're saying different stuff, you're trying to be physical, and they're like, yeah, I'm not really looking for that right now. They offer alternatives such as, let's be friends, we can be friends first, or, tonight I'm not looking for anything, I just want to go out, or maybe you hang out and talk, or maybe you're on a first date, she's like, hey, just so you know, we're not going to hook up tonight, and she means it. She's not like joking, she means it, okay? That's the test, okay? And if you already know this, you can easily get them. If you're bothered or annoyed or take her turning you down, personally, you've lost. If you remain calm, cool, collected, and icy, you win. You have to continue going for her, even though she says these things to you, okay? But you have to keep going for her in a little bit of a slower manner, respecting, okay, her. So, how do you know if she likes you? Okay? Here's a problem that a lot of men have. They're hanging out with women, they're just talking with her, nothing's really happening, and they're like, I don't know if she likes me. Maybe I should go talk to other girls, or maybe I should cancel the date, or whatever, right? Maybe I should meet another person, whatever, right? Whatever, right? I'm here to tell you, it doesn't matter what she says. Okay? It doesn't matter. She says, I'm only here to not hook up, or I want to get to know you more, and or I'm not that kind of girl, whatever. The way that you know if she likes you is if she continues to spend her time with you, because she could have spent time with anybody else. All the 9,999 guys that are talking to her, she could have went on a date with them, but she's with you. She's talking to you for a few hours in the bar. She's out on a date with you. She's eating dinner with you. She's walking with you. She's talking to you. Yes, nothing's really happening. You're not kissing. Nothing's crazy happening. She's not sucking your D in the toilet or something like that, okay? She's just having a conversation with you, but she's not leaving, okay? The only time that it's dead is when she stops and she retreats. She goes back and she cuts off communication with you, okay? Or she stops coming out on dates. Then it's dead, okay? This drives men insane, and that's why they can't get beautiful women, okay? Here's the secret, man. You have to be able to spend time with her without anything happening 2 or 3 times. And then she'll open up enough for you to start having something with her, okay? Many men have a lot of trouble with this. and often resort to meeting less attractive women because the less attractive women are easier. They'll kiss you the first time you try to kiss them. They'll hook up with you on the first day, or they'll be like really eagerly showing how much they like you. A lot of men need that, okay? And so beautiful women, the most beautiful women, they won't do that. Many of them, okay? They'll be more reserved, okay? So if you're watching this video, you didn't come here just to be accepted by some less attractive woman, but to get the women that you actually want, okay? You have to accept that there's going to be like a that these women are going to be like a 2 3 week project if you meet them once a week, okay? So if you meet them once a week, you're going to have the first date on one week, the second date on the second week, and the third date on the third week, okay? Obviously it's going to go a lot faster, okay? uh, one of my girlfriends is incredibly beautiful that I talked about earlier. It took like a week because we met like 3 times in a week, okay? So it's not always that you get to meet a girl 3 times in a week, right? But that's the point, right? It's gonna take some time unless you meet like frequently, right? And the reason check this out, why these women slow things down is that many of these women want commitment. They know that they're very attractive and that they can get commitment from men as a trade for their beauty. Okay? So I know, I have this water bottle. I know that it's incredibly valuable. Everybody wants this water bottle. So I'm not just going to give it away to someone. I'm going to want to trade it for something that is very, very valuable. And for women, what's very, very valuable for them is commitment from an amazing guy, okay? So they know that they're attractive, and they can get commitment from men. They can trade their beauty for commitment, and that's why they have no problem slowing things down. If a less attractive woman decided to play hard to get, okay, men would simply bail. They'd be like, you're not so hot that I will put weeks of effort into you, okay? So if a less attractive woman plays hard to get, men will be like, all right, fuck it, I'm out. I don't care. See you later. But beautiful women, the most beautiful women, attractive women, know that 99% of men will stick around, and so they have the luxury to take their time. Okay, they'll take their time because they have the luxury to do so. Get what I'm saying? Okay, and when they start to take their time, men start to fail. Okay, men show insecurity or doubt themselves or start saying stupid stuff. Okay, are you with me? Okay, the secret here, okay, is can you meet her? Okay, I wrote it wrong. Can you meet her 2 to 4 times without doubting yourself? Still remaining charming, still making advances on her, okay? Without her positive feedback, without her going like, oh, wow, I like how much you touch me, I like you too, her kissing you back and stuff. Maybe she'd be like, maybe you take a girl out dancing and she'd be like, you dance with her and try to put your arms around her and she like remove, you're out on a date with her and she'll like remove your hands and say, tonight we're just gonna dance like this. Can you still be yourself and be calm and be patient and have a smile and joke with her and laugh with her and order another drink and just enjoy her company without anything crazy happening? Okay? Like, quite literally, can you still be yourself even though she's not all over you? That is the question you have to answer. And when you can answer yes, then you'll have beautiful women in your life. Okay. And so over the time, let's say you put your arm around her and she's like, no, not right now. And you're like, all right, okay. Can you just pull back, talk with her about all sorts of stuff and have fun and laugh and eat more and drink more and hang out and show her places and do things with her, and then try again and be patient. Okay. And know that if you're continuously charming and she's continuously spending time with you, it's only a matter of time before you got her, okay? So here's how it's gonna kind of look, just so I can give you a mental model and then I'm gonna let you go, okay? So let's say you meet a girl during day game. You're out, you're on the beach, you're in the park, you're on the street, you talk to a girl. You chat to her for a bit. Okay, 20 minutes on the street. You're being polarizing, okay? You're saying crazy fun stuff. You're not like a normal guy, okay? You take her number, you take her Instagram. She's probably going to answer you in a very normal way when you text her the next day or the day after. You're gonna talk to her. She's gonna give you normal answers. She's not gonna give you crazy answer. She's not gonna be like all over you, wanting to meet you immediately. And she's also not gonna be like, not talking to you either. She's gonna be like in the normal range. Okay. Here's the first test. Can you be patient and not freak out and keep talking to her? Okay. Then when you ask her out, she's probably going to have one excuse or be more interested in exploring other options. So you ask her out on a Thursday, she say, "Hey, I'm busy tonight. I'm going to meet friends." But maybe she's lying. Maybe she's going to go on a date with someone. Maybe she's meeting an ex-boyfriend. Maybe she's actually really going out with her friends. Maybe she just doesn't want to meet you yet. Okay? Here's the second test. She'll tell you that she's busy and so on and so forth. Can you remain calm? Can you remain relaxed? Be like, okay, cool, have a great night. Talk to you later. And then you hit her up the next week, okay? So you have to be patient and ask her out again the next week after restarting the conversation over text. Why is it worth it? Because she's beautiful. She's the kind of girl that everybody wants, okay? Sometimes hot women will meet you up very quickly, especially if they're traveling and so on and so forth. Sometimes they'll be like a traveling model coming through town, and she's super down to meet immediately, okay? Because she's only here for 4 days, and don't make sense to drag out the whole thing. So she might meet you quickly, okay? But most of the time, you're gonna live in the same city as the women, so this is the same city example, okay? Eventually, you get the date. Now is the second test. Are you the third test, let's say. Are you still that cool guy that she met the first time? Will you still be flirty? Will you still be fun? Will you still go for it, without any shame or doubt? Most regular women, just cute women, would already accept you here, okay? They would already kiss you just because you're normal, cool guy who has some jokes and talks to her and asks her out. Most girls are already gonna sleep with you here. But this hot woman will not, okay? She probably won't even kiss you. She'll tell you to slow down. She'll give you the cheek when you try to kiss her. She'll try to shift the conversation to other topics like your family, etc., etc. Because hot women want to know who you are, especially the women who aren't slutty. They want to know who you are before they open up themselves up to you physically. Here you have to not freak out and be yourself. And you have to be okay with having physical distance and conversation, okay? Remember when I told you earlier that it's psychological. With beautiful women, it's psychological. The reason why I said that is many times they're not going to be open to your physicality or your physical advances. Many times they're not going to be okay with just you kissing them from nowhere and just grabbing them and stuff like this, okay? So most of the time when you're with a really beautiful woman, you're just going to be next to each other talking. And so you have to become great at making things psychological and making her feel things and making her emotionally engaged through conversation so that she then can be open to you physically as, with the hours piling up, okay? So if you can do this on the second date, third date, or fourth date, you'll have her. If you don't freak out, you're calm, steady, and strong mentally, like asking her out, being patient, being charming, being flirty. Eventually, you're gonna become the purple cow, the guy who's different than all of the other guys, okay? You're gonna be the one that sticks out from all the other men, okay? If you can be open to nothing happening, like physically, and you're still flirting with her and showing your intention through conversation, she'll eventually open up to you, especially when she sees that you don't freak out. So when she sees it that you don't freak out and the hours keep piling up and you're taking her back to your house, maybe you're cooking for her, you try to kiss her, you watch a movie with her, you try to, make it happen with her, she's gonna resist you here and there, but eventually she's gonna give in, okay? And she's going to realize that you are more different than every other man she met because every other man doubts themselves. Every other man gets angry. Every other man, wants to hook up so much that they'll try to give her an ultimatum. Okay, and what you have to do is you have to not give her an ultimatum. For me, uh, I'm able to see a woman maximum 3 times. Okay, on the third time, if nothing really happens after me, having a great first date, a great second date, and the third time, if we're still not kissing, still not hooking up, I'll be like, listen, I'll sit her down, I'll talk to her, and say, hey, you know what? You know, already know that I'm invested, and I know that you're invested in me too. This is the third time we're meeting. I'll be real with you, really real. If nothing happens between us today, I won't talk to you ever again out of respect for myself. But I'm here today to tell you that before we stop talking so that you have a chance to open up to me today. And because being physical and having fun and hooking up and stuff like this is a part of two people meeting each other, and I don't want to let you go. I want to meet you a fourth time, a fifth time, whatever. But like, if nothing happens today, I'm out because I gotta respect myself. So on the third time, you can sit her down, you can have a talk. But but even when you have a talk with her, you want to be very calm and you want to be very warm and gentle. You don't want to be confrontational, okay? You just want to be sincere and make her understand that, hey, I'm not here to, like, mess around with my time, okay? And it happened to me in the past that I went out on two dates with a beautiful girl, or three dates, and I, sat her down and talked to her. I said, "What's up?" And she was like, still not hooking up with me. And I just let it go. I said, fuck it, I'm out. I expressed myself. I tried two or three times on three separate occasions, on two separate occasions. You know, I'm out. And then, 2 weeks later, they'll text me again. And when I mean I'm out, I mean like zero communication. Even if they text me like, ha ha ha, thanks for today, or something like that, I don't even text. I just ignore them completely. Then after some time, they'll double text and triple text, and they'll be like, okay, let's meet up. You know what? My bad. My bad. I see now. They won't say it, but they realize now, like, okay, shit, this guy is leaving if I don't do something. And many of them turn around and then they actually start to do something with me. And so that's a bit more rare today because my personality is a lot more intoxicating nowadays. So if I go out with a girl three times, guaranteed I have her, or two times even. Usually it's on the second time, okay? And so if you follow my instructions, everything that I wrote here, everything that I talked about here, then you're gonna have beautiful women in your life. Okay, I'm gonna download this as a bonus. Okay, I'm gonna download this in PDF form. Okay, hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna download this, download as a PDF. Okay, I'll download it for you. Okay, and I'll put it in the description so you can read the whole thing. I'll give you this PDF for free. But if I were you, I would watch the video, rewatch the video, and take notes and really start to think about all the things that I said. And this is really going to help you have a beautiful woman in your life and also multiple beautiful women in your life if that's what you want. I'm currently dating two women. I'm really happy. I'm enjoying myself, and I just wish you the best, especially if you watch this video up until now. So if you like the video, like the goddamn video, comment down below, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in that next video. I've been talking a lot. I think I'm coming on 47 minutes, so this is a long seminar. Thank you, like, from the bottom of my heart, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Apply this stuff, and it's really, really, really going to help you. Okay? Take care. See y'all in the next one.